Kings and queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie and I have Carl the Moon on my channel. I am super happy to have you here on the channel. Carl, how are you doing?
I'm doing incredibly well and I'm super happy to be on your channel. I've been checking your channel out and I think you're doing a great job and it's very nice to be here.
Thank you. I actually hit 3,000 subscribers yesterday, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Amazing. Yeah, 3,000. I remember when I broke 1,000. That was the biggest step, and then 10,000 feels so amazing, and then it starts going faster and faster and faster. But nice, 3,000. That's a good job. Very good job.
Yeah, now you have over 500,000 people on your channel, right?
550,000 on YouTube or something like this, and 850,000 I think on Twitter.
Oh wow, that must be overwhelming.
It is quite crazy, yeah.
So I know you are a super good guy. You are very big in the cryptocurrency community, and you've been on Fox Business News. You are such a huge name inside the cryptocurrency community. I know a lot of people that's coming to my channel are very beginners. For you being this huge person, you also started from somewhere, and I think everyone wants to know, how do we, because we're looking up to you, how do we take us from where we are right now to where you are?
Well, that's a great question. I think that it's very important that first of all, you have to enjoy trading, you have to like trading, and you also have to differentiate yourself. Do you want to be a trader or an investor? Those are two different things and two completely different mindsets. And I've had periods of time where I focus more on investing rather than trading, and sometimes more on trading rather than investing. But I'm always an investor in crypto. Like I always hold my long-term Bitcoin holdings, and I always have a few altcoin bags that I'm holding. Altcoins I go in and out more often than Bitcoin, of course, because Bitcoin, my long-term holdings, I never sell. I always keep them holding because it's so important to me. I say on Twitter all the time that I'm never selling a single Bitcoin below $100,000, and this is still true. I still didn't sell, so I'm just waiting for 100K to maybe take slight profits, because I think that in the next bull market we might break above 100K and then see a big blow off top, and then we come below 100 again. Maybe we come down to 50K back again in the bear market, and in that case it could make sense to take a little bit of profits above 100K. And if we reach like 300K or 500K, then I am going to do some aggressive selling actually on Bitcoin.
That is also something that I realized when I'm having the people on the charts on my live streams, especially, that it's a lot of investors. So when you are an investor and a trader, you know how the market is working, because you know the market has to come back down for then continue up and then go sideways. So I think a lot of, especially in the beginning, when they do not understand how the market is actually moving, market structure, you started off being a trader before an investor?
Well, it depends if we're talking about Bitcoin or if we're talking about things before Bitcoin. But I would say that I am definitely, like, I think what I made the most money from so far is my investments, actually. If you look at my Bitcoin holdings and my altcoin holdings and all of the different pre-sales that I've invested in, I would definitely say that that it's hard to compete with that. Crypto is crazy, as you guys know. I mean, I've had investments that went 300x, which is mind-blowing. I think even like 500x is something that I've seen. And on average, on my investments in crypto, on altcoins, I've done like on average 5 to 15x on every single trade or investment, depends on how you call it. Because I mean, I would say it's an investment, but I am doing some aggressive take profits on these. I always take out my initial, and I always make sure to take profits. So I would say, like, I mean, with the cryptocurrency mindset, it is definitely investing, because holding something for more than 6 months is kind of long-term in crypto. But in the normal financial world, that would definitely be called a swing trade, I think. So I think I'm a huge mix of everything. But in the very, very core, in my heart, I'm a Bitcoin hodler above everything else. It always hurts me when I short Bitcoin, even though I do sometimes. It hurts me. It's not nice, but sometimes I just have to do it, because if you see a huge head and shoulders breakdown, you got to do what you got to do.
And that's good why we understand how market structures work, and because you also know that it's not always gonna be bullish, but you can see that the overall picture, the market will be bullish. even if you have to sell it. So for a beginner, if you would go back to yourself, to the beginning from where you are right now, what would you tell yourself and tell the audience that's looking at this? What's the most important thing for them to think about when they're coming into this, to the trading world and investing world about crypto?
Well, crypto in general, just buy more Bitcoin, buy, with every single dollar you have. I mean, that's what I would tell myself, but obviously it depends on your own risk management and how much money and whatever. So you cannot really say that generally, but I think keeping your net worth in crypto is something that for me makes sense, and that's why I'm doing it. When it comes to trading in general, I would say start always with a amount that you for sure can afford to lose. Never invest more than you know that you're comfortable losing with. So if you have, let's say you have $10,000, that's your net worth. I would never deposit more than $1,000 into my trading account for the first, that's like the first, maybe $500. If I'm starting out from the very beginning, maybe $100 even. But let's say never go above 10% there. And every single trade, you should never risk more than maximum 5% of your trading portfolio. So if you have $1,000 in your trading portfolio, what's that, $50 that you can use for any given trade? And maybe even that would be the higher end. So maybe you're supposed to go just 2-3%, so $20, $30. That's risk management that I think that would make the most sense for anyone. This is not only for beginners. This is for even if you're like very successful. Like don't gamble with your money. Like only use small portions, and instead of trying to be successful on one trade, make sure to try to be successful in general over 100 trades. So you're acting more like a robot machine rather than sitting there panicking or feeling euphoric in one single trade, because one trade is not going to make you or break you. If it is making you or breaking you, then you're using too much money in every single trade.
I realized that in my journey too, and I think everyone will go through that you are pretty good or very good at one certain amount of time, and then it kind of gets to your head, and then you think you are, overcoming the whole wide world, and then you're starting to over leverage, and from nowhere you're back at zero again. And I remember it was, you hit that rock bottom a couple of times before you actually realize that I'm not supposed to do this anymore, because otherwise I will never be able to do. Doesn't matter how good I am looking at the charts. If I don't know how to use risk management, I will just go back until I understand that. So the last question is, what happened to you when you came to that? Because I think every trader comes to a point where you have to decide for yourself to take this 100% serious. What was it that made you come to that point and being a successful trader?
That's a great question. I think it's like practice makes perfect. So if you just don't give up, and I also think risk management, like if you just stick to risk management and stick to your own strategies, don't go away from your own strategies, don't use emotions, eventually the practice will make perfect.
Exactly. And I think everyone should also know that everyone is going through that. So every trader goes through that journey. The only difference is the one who is deciding to take it serious and the one who's gonna play the game, continue playing with the money.
Yeah. I think I mean, I think in crypto, if you're trading, then obviously like keeping emotions out of it, that's the most important thing. And if you can, when you're buying altcoins and selling them, you have to always know, are you trading it or are you investing, or like what are you doing? Because some people they just buy a random bunch of altcoins and then they call themselves investors, but somehow they're traders because they don't even know why. They're just buying something random because someone made a tweet about it. And if you don't know the fundamentals, then I would call you a trader rather than investor. So that is very important to differentiate yourself when it comes to that.
Okay, thank you so much, Carl, for being on my channel. I'm super proud of having you here because I look up to you also, and I'm super happy to have you on my channel. So thank you super much. And guys, I know you already know who Carl the Moon is, but you will have his link in the description down below to his channel. And thank you so much, Carl, and I hope you will have a good time in Dubai.
Of course, and you should come to Dubai and check it out because this is amazing here.
Yeah,
Very
I'm
cool.
coming.
And how many likes are we gonna get on this video? What do you think?
I think we will have on my live stream or on my channel 5,000 likes. I want to have 5,000 likes. Yeah, so 2,000 more over. Yeah, I'm pushing it. Yeah,
5,000 guys.
5,000 likes on the collab with Carl the Moon. I'm gonna let you go because I know you have a lot to do. Thank you so much again, Carl. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.